because um, I'm going to show you guys how I really made the. Like I said, you guys have heard snippets on how I made the money when we were in or the coffee company, how we really blew that thing up. But there are certain dynamics that went into play with it, and one of the most important dynamics, guys, was actually the dynamic of focus. And when you focus on one thing, that means you forget everything else, right? And so, for us, all we focused on, literally, was building, our community. That's it. While everybody else focused on building dual teams, and they focused on it. They built huge organizations, and they had huge monthly income checks. Like 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month through the dual team. They that worked for them. Okay? And for us, when it came to building the residual income, and it came to us building some legacy income where it withstood and is still withstanding 20 years plus, that we focus literally on building residual income, building a community. Okay. And the one thing that I want you guys to know about where we're at right now, you have one of the biggest and most dynamic, growing industries out there when it comes to trading. It's not going anywhere. It's going everywhere. Okay. And for you to be able to put yourself right in the middle of it, right in the thick of things, and be able to capitalize on it on a large level, guys, I'm just telling you right now, you're in the right place at the right time. Okay. So let's just title this one from $500 to $50,000 a month. Okay. And so I don't know if any of you like how that sounds, but I definitely want to make sure I delve into that a little bit because that's a big deal. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find my chart real quick here. If you can make $500 a month in trading, you can make $50,000 a month in business. Okay, there we go. I have found it, and it is up. And now I'm going to share. This has fastly become my favorite slide, in the company's presentations. And as soon as it loads, there we go. I'll share it. And most of you guys already know what I'm talking about. And thank you guys for letting everybody in. Whoever's letting everybody in, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let's see here. I'll make sure I get you guys in the right frame of mind before we jump on that call because I need you guys to know what's at stake. All right. Can you guys see the screen right now? Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So
Yes.
Yeah, we can see it now, Mr. V.
okay. So now, when you understand what I just said, if you can make $500 a month, right? You can make $50,000 a month. Now, want to quantify that here. Your story is your tool. Okay. And as fast as you can get to $500 a month, guys, the faster you can make if you can get the pips pipping and become the Pied Pipper, guys, I'm telling you, and you get to $500 in this E3 system, this E3 strategy, and you really master this E3 strategy. One, you won't be at $500 a month. You just get to $500 in a month. That's the story. Okay. And just make sure you make more than $500, $500 or more every month after that. Okay, because the thing about it is when you can do that, you tell that story and you telling people, hey, look, I'm making $500 a month extra. I love it. Again, I'm not getting rich off of it, but it's helping me with this. It's helping me with that. I don't know if $500 a month will help you with anything, but you got a ton of people out there. When I say a ton, I'm talking about millions of people out there who need $500 a month. No joke. When when they talk about the average person going into bankruptcy because they couldn't put their hands on an extra 500, $700 a month, guys, that's not a joke. That's an actual fact. That's real life that a lot of people are experiencing right now. So when you look at these companies that are blowing up, and that like that network marketing companies that blew up, they blew up because they had a story. They knew how to make money, and it wasn't a whole lot of money. The people who made millions of dollars in those companies were not the ones who made millions of dollars trading. Those were the ones who made. They those are the ones. Oh, let's just go back here. Those are the ones who made millions of dollars in building a community. Okay, and so when you look at, that number right there where it says executive 55, is, 2,250 people on one side, 2,250 people on the other side. We're less than 5,000 people in your organization, in your community, right? Just one way that we get paid, okay? That $500 a month, that you're making pipping by learning how to trade, telling that story, right? Can build that community up and start echoes and all these other people. Because what you do is you get a person in and help them get your only goal is to help them get the $500 and help them get the $500 in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, see, whatever it is. It took me 3 weeks to get the $500. I've been making $500 a month or more, after my first 3 weeks, and I've been doing no less than that every month, right? I got the $500 in 2 weeks. So I got the $500 in 1,000 in 1 month or 6 weeks or whatever it is. The faster you get to it, not forcing it, okay, by learning it and mastering it, right? And you showing it, having your charts and everything else, being able to put those into the ATM, right? The Facebook page, the group where you feed into the machine, you feed into that monster we call a perpetual follow-up machine. That's how we all get to the top. That's how we all build a fortune, build an organization that'll continue to grow. All right. So the goal, the strategy. A lot of people need to understand this part that in order for this to actually happen, one, you have to have a strategy that works. Okay, the E3 strategy he's going to be teaching, he's going to be teaching it every week, right? This is going to be something that people can plug into every week. They can master. They're going to be watching them trade live 3 to 4 times a week. They're going to be watching them train 2 times a week. They're going to be going to the market recap and once a week. They're going to fall in love with this guy. They're going to fall in love with his strategies. They're going to fall in love with his results. They're going to fall in love with his impact. They're going to fall in love with the fact that everybody that they bring to, this, a community, they're going to learn without them having to teach them. And all you have to do is rinse and repeat. You keep on trading, you keep on posting, you keep on letting everybody know the success that you're having after $500. But this even when you get to $15,000 a month, talking about $15,000 a month, you're only going to do that with certain people, right? I'm making $15,000 a month right now, at least in my trading. But I remember it only took me, based on this system, 3 weeks to make $500 a month. It only took me with the system, 5 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever it is to get to $500 a month in the system. And so, we can definitely help you get to $500 a month. We can definitely help you get to that number, guys. Over time, what you're going to find is that you'll see your group grow faster than it's ever grown before. And some of you say, I never had 10, 15, 20 people in my group before. How I'm going to get 5,000? But you've never had anything that's powerful and potent in your group, in your company before. All right. You never had a system like this before. You never had a compensation plan like this before that will reward people for being in the actual system. Right. And so you have to understand where you're at. You got to understand that the system works, the strategy works. Okay. The compensation plan, to build a community works. Right. So, because some of you guys are going to find people who are already trading, who are already making really good money, but they'll see this compensation plan and they'll bring 10, 15 people over here. They'll bring 50, 60, 75 people over here. They'll bring 100, 200, 300 people over here. And it's just based on your consistency, right? And your ability to continue to, create results, when you're trading and posting them on a regular basis, right? So remember, if you want to make $50,000 a month, get to $5,000 a month and put yourself in a position where you're going to talk about it. The other thing is this, outside of Donnie, remember, guys, that Omni platform that we have, that we're partnering with, that's a platform that people are going to be winning on. So it's not just the E3 strategy. It's not just Donnie. Everything is not just in Donnie's hands. Donnie is just going to be the lightning rod and the catalyst to it all, right? He's going to be the person who kicks this party off right. See, in the past, we've had great products, we've had great services, but we never launched them properly, right? In my personal opinion, as a company. That's why a lot of them didn't take off, didn't go bananas, didn't go crazy, didn't go through the roof, and we didn't get the traction that we really needed. As I have been up all night long, literally sending text messages all around the world, doing Zooms. Y'all saw I did a Zoom with y'all last night to kind of let y'all know what I'm doing and how to do it, why to do it, then I followed up with a Zoom talking to my audience, and I don't care if three people from my audience get in, I won. I got exactly what I needed, right? So after this is over with today, after the day is over, get back on the line, get back in on social media, talk about day one, right? Talk about how easy the strategies was. Talk about the feedback that you got from your guests, guys. That's that. Get guests so you can talk about the feedback that you got from the guests, right? And then talk about the guests that got started. Once they get started, talk about everything. But remember, talk about day two. Because if they miss day one, again, they can still get something out of day two, right? We'll take it big, we'll take it small, we'll take it all. If you give me 1 hour, I'll take it. You can give me one day, I'll take it. You can give me whatever it is that you got to put the lend me an ear so you can see exactly what we have our hands on. As I'm just telling you, we got it. Omni, Donnie, the compensation plan, this dual team compensation community plan, right? We got everything we need. So any questions before we jump off here? Because I want to make sure I get you guys back to your day so you can get ready for the event. But I want to make sure you guys understand exactly what I'm saying and understanding exactly where you're at and how to maximize this thing. All right, so we good? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
All
Ready.
right.
Let's get
So
ready to.
$500 a month gets you $50,000 a month, right? Everything else you'll hit on the way. You'll get to 1,000 a month, 1,500 a month. You'll get to 3,500 a month, $8,000 a month. You focus on the 500, and it'll get you to the 50. Focus on the 500. You got two jobs, making $500 a month, and then talking about it, posting about it, letting everybody know about it. Nobody has nobody has what we have, and we're not going to focus on anything else. Like I said, this is one thing I am going to run into the bank. This is how you do the bank. I'm telling you, we got it.
You
This is
tell
one of the big
telling
three.
you the truth.
This is going to be the biggest of the big three. I'm telling you. We got our three T's, but I'm telling you right now, this is the one because this is the one that everybody's doing and everybody's looking for a place to do it in that's not going to go out of business. Hear me when I say that. A lot of companies are hurting right now. A lot of companies are being investigated right now. A lot of companies are going under right now. A lot of leadership is shifting over right now from other companies. They're looking for us. They just don't know us exists. And you have to go out there and let them know that we do. Get them to hear the company, watch the company because of Donnie's story, him being here. And then while you distract them with Donnie and his E3 strategy and his trainings and everything, you go build your skill set to where you can make $500, a month consistently. But build that $500 story as fast as possible. Post your stuff so you have receipts. Post your stuff so you can have, visibility and eyeballs. We want to make sure that you continue to post because when you continue to post, you convert your lurkers to your lurkers, to your likers, and your likers, to the people who enroll, and the people who enroll now they become your new testimony based on how you get them to the money. All right. So let you guys go, Greg. And thank you guys for jumping on this morning. But I just want to let you guys know what your mindset should be while you're listening and learning today. I want you to know what the end game is. I want you to know what is going to get you to $50,000 a month in 6 months, 1 year, however long it takes you to get to 5,000 people in your organization. Don't think about the past and how many people you never recruited or how many people you never had in your organization. That was then. This is now. It's going to happen. Make sure it happens through you, not around you. Okay. So love you guys. See you guys in a couple moments on the main line, at the company line. And let's go get this money. Let's go get this bag and let's make sure we go and let everybody know we exist and we coming. Talk to you guys later.